Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Preimesberger, editor of eWEEK. Thank you very much for joining us for this latest session on eWEEK eSpeaks, our thought leader interview series here on eWEEK. Our interviewee today is Tim Williams, who's one of the founders of Index Engines. Tim, I'm really glad to have you on the show today.
It's great to be here, Chris.
Yeah, and Tim, you're down in Florida, I understand. Where's the company based? It's East Coast.
It's based in New Jersey.
And tell us a little bit about your background, if you could, and Index Engines, how you came to start it, help start it.
Sure. Well, I'm a serial entrepreneur. This is my third startup. We started the first company with the same co-founder as this company, Crossdoor Software. It was a storage operating system company. Ended up selling almost exactly 20 years ago, Halloween, to EMC at the time. Second was Tacit Networks, as a wire file sharing company. And while on a board meeting on that company, I started discussing the problem of why people can't manage and find their data in the enterprise, and got bored after that company and started my third. So this Index Engines is a petabyte scale enterprise indexing company, builds very data-rich indexes that can use to classify and search and organize and analyze and manage and archive, move, copy data, and give you intelligent ability to do all those things with data. We've been around for some time, but this past year, we've been getting an enormous amount of traction in the cyber world. What we found is we had the ability, with the deep analytics that we had, to be able to detect, adding some machine learning on, be able to detect when the data has been hacked, not hacked, but has been encrypted by ransomware. We could tell, we could use our indexing ability to be able to identify the signs of the attack and add a machine learning to make sure we ignore all false positives. And it was a really unique opportunity. There's no one in the cyber, everybody in the cybersecurity world is trying to prevent the attack from happening. They're proactive, trying to make sure nothing happens to the data, yet attacks are successful all the time. We have, from day one, we've been able to do index and analyze native enterprise formats, including backup formats and VMDK.
I'm sorry, including what formats?
Backup formats. So we can index full content backup formats on disk or on tape, VMDKs, database images. So we discovered that what we'd be able to do is take that processing power, run it through a backup, and know if the backup had integrity or if it was attacked with greater than 99% accuracy. So that means that if the cyber criminal gets through and attacks your data, we'll know that yesterday's backup was good, today's is bad, and your window of vulnerability is one backup cycle.
Wow, it sounds like this is really a unique way to do security. You're really coming in the back door, almost literally, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're not a substitute. You better that you stop the guy in the front door, right? But if they get through, we're looking at the data and determining it was attacked. And we can, our greatest success has been integrating tightly with a backup solution. We're mainly a channel company. So we integrate with, well, one of our biggest partners is Dell EMC. We're integrated with their cyber recovery solution. I'm having great success with that. In general, you want to have a unified solution that integrates backup with this integrity checking capability. Mm-hmm. So you've got a good backup for sure. Yeah. And that plus all the machine learning that we're doing, we can tell which files were attacked. We can tell what attack vector is likely to be the one. What was the specific ransomware? Mm-hmm. And it's been taken. This product's been in our biggest seller forever.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you said you got bored with your other companies. This one's not boring to you, huh? You're gonna stay with it for a while.
They had exited, so nothing to
Oh
do.
well, yeah, that's a good way. That's a good reason to get bored, I guess.
Yeah.
But what's do you have any particular verticals that that you sell to the most, or it sounds like your solution can really go across the board in almost
It
any
is.
industry.
Yeah, we've got major financials using it. We've got school districts using it, hospitals. It if you're getting attacked, you're interested in this product. So it's right across the board.
Yeah, it sounds like healthcare information would be a particularly good sector for this because of all the different levels of healthcare information that's personal information that's important. The company itself, you have some news that you're going to be announcing soon. Can you give us what that's all about?
Well, this is their latest release. It's the expansion of the data formats. We cover more database formats, more virtual images, and also the announcement of our ability to locate the machine learning in a shared cloud implementation, so that we can share machine learning capability with many customers if they so choose, and we can update the machine learning independently of the product. So the product can be in the data center, in the cloud, or whatever. And what the product does, it sends us an email, the cloud implementation email of all the statistics we gathered. There's no personal data, it's all just numbers. But that statistics feeds into our machine learning capability, and out pops a red light, green light, you've been attacked or you haven't.
And that's what I was going to ask. The deployment, it could be a cloud subscription, or it could be in the data center, correct? Depending on the use case.
Right. You can deploy us in the data center, in the cloud, or which is always true, but with this case, you could deploy in the data center, but having machine learning in the cloud. So people are very sensitive to protect their data. All the analysis of the content would be in your data center, secured by you. But the decision on whether you've been attacked or not would be based upon an email we get with a bunch of stats that we would run through with no personal information at all in it, and we'd be able to give you the answer to that. And of course, there's always new ransomware attacks happening, but that would be a shareable intelligence. So all customers could be contributing to the perfection of that machine learning.
Right, and this whole solution is automated. So if there is an event, to some kind of a security breach or an event, the system would immediately just jump on it. Is that right? And then send notifications out to the admins.
We would notify anyone on the list. It has to be integrated with the back vendor's software as well, and so that we don't do a restore. We in a good example again is Dell EMC. We're tightly integrated with their cyber recovery console, so all our warnings would show up on their console. All the analytics are available there, and their console starts and stops us when we do the restoration. We would feed the set of files that were identified as being attacked. We only need to see about 1% of the data attacked before we'll get a pretty strong indication.
I see. And does this take a specialized security ops person to run this, or can this be run by a line of business person with a little training?
It could be run by your backup guy. It's simple. I mean, it's you install it and you set it to run every night. You set it up as a job, much like a backup job. You set this as a scan job, and it would just run every night. You set it and forget it kind of thing.
That's great. The automation part is where most of IT is going right now, and then you've got the machine learning aspect of this too, to help you with the intelligence, the business intelligence, which is great. So very good. So if If our viewers wanted to look a little deeper and find out more about index engines, is it indexengines.com or hyphenated or
Yes.
what?
One word.
Indexengines.com?
Yes.
Great.
Or they can connect with me on LinkedIn if they like as well.
Or LinkedIn. Okay. Sounds good. Tim Williams, thank you very, very much of Index Engines for joining us today on eSpeaks.
Thank you, Chris.
And for everybody following along all the way to the end here, thank you very much and have a great rest of your eWeek. Thanks for joining us on eWeek eSpeaks. Go to eWEEK.com to hear more conversations with IT thought leaders.